Sup guys, my name is Courtney Budson and this is What's for Din. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make creamy avocado pasta. Not only does this taste absolutely amazing, you can make this in under 30 minutes. So without further ado, let's get started. So first things first, you want to get a big pot of water on the stove and bring that up to a boil so that it's ready to go when we're ready to add the pasta. And the next thing we're going to do is work on making some delicious roasted tomatoes. So I went ahead and preheated my oven to 425 degrees, and I also went ahead and halved up some cherry tomatoes. Now you can use any kind of tomato you want, but I find that using cherry tomatoes is quicker because they cook a little bit faster. So to that, I'm going to add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. That helps give an amazing flavor. Also, I'm sorry about my nails. I didn't have time to paint them. They look like they went through a garbage disposal, but whatever. And then I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And then I like to season them because it gives them even more flavor. So I'm using a little bit of garlic powder, some cayenne pepper, some rosemary, and some thyme. And they're all dried herbs. And just give that a good mix together. All right, that looks good. Now we're going to go ahead and pour these onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I'm just going to spread them out a little bit. I don't suggest that you use aluminum foil because if you roast tomatoes on aluminum foil, they tend to stick really bad. And then I just like to sprinkle a little bit of salt over the top. So then you can throw it in a 425 degree oven for about 15 to 30 minutes. It all depends on how big your tomatoes are, but you want them to be a really nice golden color and then they're done. Now before we make our sauce, we can go ahead and add our pasta to our boiling water. Make sure that boiling water is nice and salted so that pasta gets a little bit of flavor. Now the sauce is really easy and I love it because we're using avocado. It makes this so creamy and it reminds me a lot of fettuccine alfredo. So I'm just scooping my avocado into my really small food processor and making a mess while I'm doing it. So you want to make sure you're using pretty ripe avocados. You don't want them to be super stiff. I'm also going to add some garlic, or a lot of garlic. I like to use 2 whole cloves. You can use less if you like. And then some fresh basil leaves. Oh my goodness, this is making my kitchen smell so stinking good. And then I'm going to add some lemon juice. I like a lot of lemon juice because it helps prevent the avocados from turning brown. And then a little bit of olive oil. And then sometimes I like to add a little bit of spinach, not too much, because it gives it a nice pop of color and a really good source of vitamins and nutrients. And then also some salt and pepper to taste. All right, we can pop on the lid and blend it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Now, if you feel like the consistency is a little bit too thick, you can always add a little tiny bit of water. I'd say like a teaspoon at a time. Blend it until you get the consistency that you're looking for. All right, so I went ahead and drained my pasta. Now all we have to do is put all the ingredients together. Add my delicious creamy avocado sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold that into the pasta. And those smells just come alive immediately. Ooh! I'm gonna add my delicious, beautifully roasted tomatoes. Look at the color on those babies. Ooh! Give that a nice stir. Now this is an optional step, but I always like to add a little bit of grilled chicken to mine. You could totally keep this vegetarian if you want, but I love the extra added protein. It's so good. So here is the final product. Easy as that, less than 30 minutes. That's the kind of meal I like to make. So let's eat it because I am dying of hunger and this just smells so stinking good to not be in my mouth. So it's going in. Wow.
Wow.
So creamy, so delicious, and so good for you because there's so many healthy fats in avocados. So if you guys want to recreate this recipe, just look below in the description box. I'll have all the measurements as well as the written instructions. And if you did like this video, don't forget to smack that like button. And also make sure you turn on the post notifications by hitting the little bell that's next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every single time I upload a video and you don't miss out. And as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.